Welcome to the Childish Grown-Up Show, where we treat each episode like your movie theater experience. We catch up with one another, play some games, talk previews, and before you know it, it's time for the feature presentation. So sit tight and enjoy this ride of nostalgia on the Childish Grown-Up Show.
We are back for another episode of the Childish Grown-Up Show. Y'all know me, one of the hosts, Maurice Hunt III, also known as Mo. I'm here with my two co-hosts, Ash Bash, Mia G, and we actually have a fourth member that is holding the mic down, a brother of mine from college, one of the funniest dudes I know, and one of the most heartfelt brothers that I've been around, Jay Boogie. I'm going to start off with you first. How you feeling today, brother?
I'm blessed, dog. Can't complain, man. Hey, you ain't have to just make me melt over here.
That's the truth, man. It's the truth, man. We I see no lies. So, Ash Bash, how you feeling today on this wonderful day?
I'm feeling pretty good. Had a relaxing Sunday, so I'm feeling good. I got a lot done.
All right. Mm-hmm. We in the business of getting things done.
For sure.
That's the business we're in. Mia G.
Yeah, I'm good. Feeling good. Ready to get to the weekend. I'm already ready.
Oh my God.
Oh, that is crazy. You ready to get to the weekend at the end of the weekend?
Yes.
I don't blame her.
I'm ready for I'm already over the week. Like, I'm ready to get to the next weekend. You know?
Dang, that's crazy. I don't know if I ever heard that before. Like at the end of, wow. I feel you though.
I understand. Okay.
You got a heck of a week coming up, huh?
It's about to be one of them ones, so I'm ready. Like,
I feel it. I'm doing good as well. I'm very excited. Not only the podcast, I also have our special guest, but I'm just excited about this episode, man. The feels and everything. I just can't wait to get there. I've been like chomping my teeth just to get to this. Like, I just relax, because I've been stoked from the moment like I watched this. So, but we'll get there. So before we get too far down, we would like to always acknowledge the Stoop Kids, because that's the listeners, the supporters that we have. We call them the Stoop Kids. For people that don't know, the Stoop Kids is a reference to Hey Arnold. Y'all go look it up from there. So one thing that we got, and it was kind of a new listener, and I don't know if he's a new listener, but a new reach out is this brother on Instagram reached out to us. I'm not gonna say his whole name, but Brian, he had reached out and he had said, he's like, hey, what's up, good people? Can I humbly request a movie? And I was like, go ahead. Yeah, go for it. He said Sugar Hill with Wesley Snipes. And then he's like, wait, what's the theme this month? And then, of course, he's like, oh, summer vibes. So I was like, okay, he's tracking what we're doing. And then, he sent like Sandlot and stuff. But at that point, I was like, well, we're already coming to the close of it. But we had a little bit of back and forth conversation. And, he was like, he's tuned in, but he's not tuned in every episode, basically, because some of the movies he hadn't seen. And I just told him, I say, hey, brother, I think that even if you haven't seen the movie, the nostalgia alone, I think it serves. So I said, don't miss out on none of the episodes because you ain't seen the movie. I said, that's cool. So he was like, you're right. All right. So shout out to Brian, man.
Thank you, Brian.
oh, I love a request.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And that's Mia's movie, too.
It is. Listen, I'm all for Blue Hill Avenue, Sugar Hill, New Jack City. That's my jam.
Yeah,
I just watched Blue Hill Avenue
earlier
this week. Yes.
First time?
No. It's a hood classic.
Yeah.
Hood classic.
Yeah. No doubt.
Because I'm good at it.
Yeah, right. That's funny. So we'll definitely probably have like a gangster movie rotation. I'm imagining that's going to be on the cusp. So Brian, don't worry about it, man. You have been heard. You've been acknowledged, and thank you. You are truly a Stoop kid, brother. We also got a comment from the famous stoop kid of them all, Mama C. She left a comment on our last movie, 13, and she said, This is one I have never watched before, but I will this weekend. I had a friend that had twins. I had a friend that had twins in 7th grade. And
what?
I didn't even know the babies were made. I didn't even know how babies were made. But my mom said I could no longer be friends with her because she was fast.
Oh, mom.
She's gonna catch the fastest. That's the first thing my mom went to. Like, oh, hey, get back! You go catch the fastest. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I forgot how funny this comment was. What y'all want to say to that, man?
Killing me smalls.
Hey, go back. I'm telling y'all, even if y'all haven't seen 13, man, go back and just listen to the conversation, because I think it's one of the few podcasts we've done that if you hadn't seen the movie, you could still track the conversation. Like a lot of movies you had to see before listening to the review, but I would say 13 was one of the few ones that we had a different style, and I think it translated really well. So Mama C is hilarious, bro. Like, oh my gosh.
She told me that story like over the weekend. She was like, you don't remember that? I'm like, Mommy, I don't remember them twins. I don't know if I ever met them. If they were born when you were 12, they would have been way older than me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, man, that was hilarious though. But right on, Mama C. I'm glad that you still tapped in, even though you hadn't seen that movie, and that's one of the fewer ones where Mia has seen and Mama C hasn't. So that was pretty cool. So
I'm glad she hadn't seen it when I was young, because she probably wouldn't have let me watch it.
Oh man, whew. Boy, listen, she gonna watch it and be hitting you up soon. And lastly, just from the reel I put out, the reel that I put out recently about the old Chuck E. Cheese, got a few comments on that. Ash responded, making new friends that you'll never see again, which is obviously a quote that I said in the video, because we definitely had those in summer camps. You make friends you're never going to see again. And then also we got a response or comment from JJ Adoria, if I'm saying that right. They said their pizza was awesome. I love that place as a kid. Salad bar too. So yeah, the old Chuck E. Cheese, man. Fat Chucky. You know
I don't know what's going on, but the new Chuck E. Cheese look anorexic.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, they was trying to promote, like, you know, activity, and I get the transition, but I definitely missed the Fat Chucky. You know what I mean? So, and that is all of our comments and feedback this week from our listeners. Y'all can always reach out, childishgrownups3@gmail.com. Reach out to us on YouTube, you know, The Childish Grown Up Show, as well as Instagram, The Childish Grown Up Show. DM us, no spaces. Y'all want to reach out, make some requests. You never know when we might do your movie. So hit us up. Mia G, Childish Grown Up moment. Do you got one for us?
You know what? I really don't this week. I really feel like we just recorded the last episode. I don't know what happened to the time between the last time we recorded and now, but it feels like it was yesterday. I don't remember what I did.
It is a weird thing. I know what you mean. That for some reason it does feel like that. It is a weird thing. Ash, what about you? You got a childish grown up moment for us?
Something small, nothing crazy. Went to Dollar Tree. Got some snackage for the house, of course, some movie theater candy, some Raisinets, some Crunch, you know, the good stuff. Then I got some funky socks too. Shout out to my bro. But, you know, I got some Twizzler socks, some Eggos. I got some Hershey socks. Like, my brother, I saw him have them before. I thought they were so dope. So I was like, ooh, I finally found all the socks. So I got me a couple of pairs of socks. And then we went in Shoe Carnival too, and had to spin that wheel one time.
Oh no, not that! Oh, you
spin that wheel, dude.
Yo, why did you lead with that?
I know. I wanted to save that. I wanted to save that. But Anthony was with me too, so I was like, "You want to spin the wheel?"
Wow. So, did he spin it?
That just, of course. And that used to, but he used to have like lights on it back then. Did it not? Like, didn't it look like more
Wheel of Fortune,
like grand? Yeah, like this one, it was regular. It didn't, but still, it just took me back when we used to go to shoe carnival with our parents. We staged.
What about the smell? Was you wanting to bite a shoe when you was in there?
Hey man, it still smell the same. Man.
Definitely want to bite a pair of shoes up in there. I got to, you know what I mean? That smell is just, yeah. No.
Absolutely.
I have one now. I thought of something.
Go ahead.
Took baby girl to go see Elio, that new Pixar movie that came out. We went to see that yesterday, and it was really cute. It was really good. We were the only 2 people in the whole movie theater, but you know, it was just like a cute little mommy-daughter movie day. Got a big thing of popcorn and some snacks and just sat and saw this new little cartoon movie. And I think, I don't know, your daughter's 10.
Yeah.
She might like it, but it might be a little young for her.
Okay. I seen the previews. It looks good. You know, the visual looks good, as most of these movies do now. So if she was into it, because we were trying to go out to the movies as a family, but it was just hard to find something that met the middle ground. It's like, we don't want to go for something too kiddie.
How to Train Your Dragon.
That's what we were like landing on, because I was like, you're gonna spend so much at the theater, it's got to be something. At least as a parent, you got to be like, oh, I'm cool with this too.
Moana 2.
You say what? Oh, Moana 2?
Yes.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. Well, speaking of that, what about you, brother? You got a childish grown up moment you had over the past week?
I say a few weeks ago when I was in town, I worked in construction, but I snuck like Panda Express in the movie theaters.
Whoa, wait. How you do this? How did you do this?
Tell your wife to bring her big purse.
Oh, right. Okay. It wasn't a dolo situation. Okay, got you.
No.
All right. Because I was sitting like, bro.
Hey, I was about to say we don't get caught because everybody's smelling. We walking past everybody. Damn, it smell good in here. It smell like Panda Express.
I would have just joined along with them. Like, man, it do smell good up in here, man. Who got that?
Yeah, give me the extra honey chicken for real.
Was it one of the theaters that actually sell food?
No, man, I ain't want no $10 hot dogs. I said they had a Panda Express right across the street from.
No, I'm saying, does that theater actually sell like real food? You know how some theaters got food?
Nah.
Oh, y'all wild.
The thing is, they sell liquor, but they won't sell like food.
Oh, y'all wilding. Y'all super wild.
That's crazy.
Y'all are wilding. Like,
they got one that has nothing but whole beds, a whole recliner that goes way back with covers and all that stuff, but they don't got food. Nah.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now that's classic. We definitely snuck, like we grew up doing that. That was the norm. We snuck stuff in the theater. That's definitely a childish grown up moment for sure.
Definitely.
Still in the roots. You know what I mean? I'm a grown up still doing the things you did as a child. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
For me, my childish grown up moments though, recently, I don't know what made us do this, but we decided to let our child into a little bit of a movie we grew up on, but that's not so clean, not so PG. So, because we hearken, me and Ash hearken back to movies that I don't think there was a way to vet movies back in the day. Like you couldn't just have a trailer on your computer or phone. So we would watch stuff, and you know our parents didn't know explicit scenes were coming. You know, it was like or something crazy or cuss words or whatever. So we decided, like, you know what, we're gonna let her see Friday. The OG, the original Friday, right? So I don't know what. Well, my wife was like, "What do you want to watch?" I was like, "You know what? I'm in the mood because we kind of was in our summer vibe anyway." So I'm like, "Let's turn on Friday." And so she was like, in there. I was like, "All right, we all gonna watch it." And so, bruh, just to see like she was really enjoying the movie, like locked in, like, and there was some stuff was like, it really wasn't no crazy explicit. Like visually, but there, you know, obviously language was pushing it. But like the fact that she really like was into it and like she was really laughing at stuff. I said, man, it still hold up. Like that you got knocked like oh, she was like, oh, like when he got uppercutted, like all of this stuff. It was a beautiful thing to see her first experience with the movie. So it was one of those things. We did spin the block and watch next Friday, but it was nowhere near the same reaction as I expected because nothing's better than the first Friday. So
that's a dope childish grown-up moment. Wow.
Oh man, it was a great experience. So I was glad to let her in that world a little bit. Like, oh man, okay, you know, and it's a part of it's kind of a part of our black, you know, upcoming. You know what I mean? It's just a part of what makes us, our lingo, our, you know, everything about us. So it's very important. All right, well, that is our childish grown-ups moment. Ash, gonna give it to us.
All right, it's time for the flash with Ash. So I got something short and sweet, you know, so we can get into it. Rest assured, Mia G, is no trivia this time. Let you off the hook this week. So I got a couple fun facts and then a little bit of this or that. So this movie did come out in 2006. So we had to bring back Sexiest Man and Sexiest Woman.
Yo.
So the Sexiest Woman of 2006 was Scarlett Johansson. How do you feel about it, fellas?
What was she in at that time? I mean, don't get me wrong, she definitely got it. Like she's one of them ones. That's without a doubt. But like, was she popping in 06?
She was just okay to me around that time. She wasn't,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
she ain't like Lucy.
You see what I'm saying? Like Marvel Scarlett. You know what I mean? Like, let me see. Scarlett.
I'm looking at her movies, but I'm like, yeah. Oh, what made them?
No.
Choose her. I mean, she's pretty for sure.
No.
Yeah, she was cool. She was cool. I don't think they got that right. Dude, I wish they had some runner up. They didn't get that right. Nah.
Okay. And for the man, Mia G, George Clooney came in at number 1.
Okay. I'll always go up for Mr. Clooney. He has ties to my hometown. So yeah.
Yeah, George, he's still holding it down too. He's aging very well. Yeah, he's
smooth.
Got that look.
Yeah, I've always loved George Clooney. Ocean's 11 is my favorite heist movie, you know.
Oh, okay. Heist movie, huh? Okay. And the top song of 2006 was Irreplaceable by Beyonce.
They didn't get that right. They didn't get that right either.
Excuse me.
What?
Yeah, hey, yo.
Yo, that song was popping. What you talking about?
You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Tread lightly.
You know you got the beehive over here. You might want to chill out.
Right, hold off on the team change, huh? Nah, I know the song was huge. I'm saying it for the content of it all. Of course, it was a smash. It was going crazy. Of course,
it was very accurate. Thank you.
Yeah, was she accurate in Single Ladies?
Hey man,
all right. I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
You might be like Martin. I don't see my boys around.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna go back over here. Yeah, no doubt. All
right. So let's get into a little bit of this or that. This is rapper edition. Okay.
Ooh.
Now this is just going off the music. Like whose CD was you popping in, or who'd you have on your iPod? Who was you downloading on LimeWire at that time? So of course, first up is Tupac or Biggie?
Biggie.
It's Tupac.
Okay.
Ooh, I gotta go with Pac.
Okay.
I was like,
Biggie, love them both, but I gotta go with Pac.
What was you gonna say, Book?
Biggie had those punchlines, and I'm a funny dude, so I always vibe to Biggie. And I love Tupac. I just cling more to Biggie first.
Yeah, Pac for me, he was. I mean, if I'm taking away all the side stuff, just musically, it's just his voice pierces through something in my spirit and soul, like no one else. You know what I mean? No matter what style, angry Pac, you know, compassionate Pac, no matter, he just pierces through vocally more than anybody I've ever heard, and so that's always the reason for me that Pac always. But I love Biggie's like flow, like the bounce that he has with the pusher, like that whole like swag is fire. But Pac is just he just it resonates more when I hear him.
Okay. I'm going Pac as well. Similar reasons. The delivery of his flow, like I think Biggie definitely had a pin on him, but sometimes it was the delivery for me, the way that I'm hearing it, you know, it was just more cleaner, I guess, with Pac to me. And I mean, we said strictly music, so I'll leave it there.
I know where else you're going.
Of course, there's other ways I can take it, but you know, we'll leave it.
Deeper than rap. Deeper than rap.
Biggie, he told on himself, basically say he's ugly. However, still he stayed Gucci down to the socks. Basically, like, who think of stuff like that? Like,
now that was fire.
He was the smoothest dude, put big dudes on the map after Heavy D.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I just think his swag was just like on a different level. And he was like 15 to 20 years ahead of everybody's time.
Oh,
the way he rapped, that's how Wayne rapped in 2000s.
Mm-hmm. I will say this, moving to the next one, but I will say, I think Biggie opened that whole lane, not just for big rappers, but like rappers that are not really like naturally handsome or attractive. I think he opened that lane all the way down. I don't think people give him enough credit for that completely. Like, you know what I mean? People say, oh, Wu-Tang or whoever. I think he really like, oh, you know, because even the ghostwriter Esther Dean said that she never felt like super attractive and stuff, but she said that one line changed her whole trajectory in life. You know, just hearing that, however, from Notorious B.I.G. So yeah, that alone is like, that's like right there with Pac. I may not change the world, but I will spark the mind. That's like right there in my mind. Like, you know.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, Esther Dean is gorgeous, but you know.
To look her up to see what it was. I'm like, what?
And she called with that pen too.
Okay, shout out to her. All right, next one up, Missy Elliott or Lil Kim?
Ooh, Jesus. As far as rapping?
How did you do that?
As far as rapping?
Yeah, just music only.
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm going Missy. I'll jump out there first. I'm going Missy. There's a song I've been listening to so much. Again, this show has made me just be so inspired. I'm damn near about to grow. I'm about to grow a kid and play fro. Like I'm so inspired. I'm about to grow a box. Nah, for real. But I'm listening to the song, you know, the 702 record, the Stilo that was on Cousin Skeeter, that song, and like Missy's on it. And she comes in and she's just vibing, check it out. Follow me, many miles. Yeah, check it. I'm like, yo, she just used to just whatever. Like she would be singing like bro, like Missy was just doing whatever. Like she wasn't. I think that she's a little overrated from a lyrical standpoint. I think she wasn't a great lyricist. I think people put a lot on it. I think she had a delivery that was unmatchable. Her words, though, sometimes she would just be saying stuff that really wasn't great. But like still the entertainment quality, like come on, man. So it's Missy for me because nobody could do what she did on the mic to entertain you like that.
Who would I pick? I would say I'm gonna say Missy Elliott because she had one of the best producers around her, which is Timbaland, who founded her. And they had everybody around him, like Aaliyah, Magoo. And like that confidence level being around that group in the 90s.
Genuine Aaliyah.
Yeah, it's out of this world, man. However, I will say this, Lil Kim put a lot of female rappers in today's time on board, like Nicki Minaj, Sexy Red. You got to understand one thing. Lil Kim said stuff that nobody else did in her time.
You damn near right though. I forgot about.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put Lil Kim before. I'll say Lil Kim.
Now you make a great point. You kind of forget that. that hardcore album cover, that poster. Young boys know about that poster. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Y'all know about that poster. That she's 2006. She should have been.
Yes. Not even gonna lie to you.
Oh my!
I just say the poster, and everybody that grew up in the time Lil Kim poster, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
I had it.
Yeah, I don't know how I got access, but we had access. And I'm sorry, ladies, what y'all got, Missy?
I have the funniest story about that album cover, but I'm gonna tell y'all off air.
Okay.
I don't want to be telling people business. But anyway, this is hard. This is really hard for me because Kimberly speaks to a different part of me. I mean,
Ratchet.
Hey, give me a recommendation too if you got like a record that comes to mind in the chat or anytime.
I got one.
I'm still just a girl from Cincinnati, but I think as far as enjoyability of the music, I have to go with Missy, just because her music is like feel good music. Like, don't get me wrong, Kim had a lot of those records too, and I think she's a brilliant lyricist. Like, she's a rapper. Like, she's a rapper, and she was the first. Like, don't get it twisted. She was one of one, and she put on for all of the new wave rap girlies that we have right now. And I hold her in very high regard, but just what I would probably have been listening to, I probably listened to, and then you got to think like Missy with her pen, she wrote a lot of R&B records and featured on a lot of R&B records that I really liked.
Back came from an R&B group too.
Yeah. So she, with 702, with
Aaliyah stuff.
Yeah.
Tweet.
With Tweet.
How about Tweet?
The music she made with like Eve and
Eve,
Well, like she just had some
Kim's the original BBL though. That's another.
Hey yo, please.
hey, that's the wave though. Like that, keep it a bean, low key.
Come on, man. All right. Listen.
You got Missy?
I'm gonna have to. Well, it's hard though, because I really like. I
make a choice, Mia.
Okay.
That's a good choice.
Lil' Kim.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just a song just came to my head and I started rapping to myself and I was like, you know what? No, I gotta go with Lil' Kim.
Go. Keep it gutter. You know I like it, baby. Straight hood. Straight hood. Ash, what you got?
This is more easier for me, but I'm going Missy Elliott. Just more enjoyable, more replay value there for me. But that Big Mama thing, Lil' Kim, first bars used to be scared of the. Now I throw lips to the.
Going crazy.
I'm sorry, Childish GrownupsShow, but I had to get that out.
Hey.
Yeah, that was crazy out the gate.
Yeah.
But I gotta go Missy, man. But definitely that Big Mama, hey, she was going crazy.
Hey, what about that Missy gossip though? Like that, just that pattern. Who rap like that?
She's very unique. She's one of one as well. Like there's nobody.
They both. They both queens.
It's a really hard choice to make. Like I would, I could not see music without either one of them.
Damn, we're gonna have to revisit this. This is great. Ash, what you got next for us, man?
All right, two more rounds and we out. So next we have Nelly or Ludacris.
I
thought this was a good matchup just because like both of their music is really good.
Yeah. And
they both have their own sound.
Yeah. They were in verses. They did verses too as well when it was like digital only at that point. Zoom or whatever. So they did actually do a verses. I mean, Luda definitely cooked his boots because Nelly just wasn't prepared. But Ludacris, just because Nelly, when he first came out, I never was a big Nelly fan. I never quite got the understanding on why people liked him so much. I didn't like. There's some music there's songs that I like that are cool. Like he got some album cuts that I rock with, but I just never quite got the wave with Nelly. Luda, it's easy. Like he could do everything kind of. I was listening just the other day, like excuse my language, shout is gonna, but like, I feel like slapping a nigga today, slapping a nigga today. I said, bro, I ain't heard this. I'm riding in the car like, yo, this is like, I said, Luda was that. Yeah. So yeah, Ludacris just lyrically, stylistically, videography wise, like he's light years ahead in my opinion of Nelly. But shout out to Mo.
But she dropped it.
Oh, me? Okay, period. Though I really did love Country Grammar, I'm gonna go with Ludacris too. Like I love Nelly. Like he had some ones, but as far as like a overall musical run and impact, I have to go with Ludacris.
Okay.
Ludacris is slept on, like as far as his impact in music and his peak was a moment. It was a real moment. His visuals were crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ludacris.
I will go with Ludacris because his word of mouth, that first album, just set it off for me. That was my first album I actually bought. To be honest with you, that was my first album I bought as a kid by Advisory Music. He was ahead of his time, man. Like he was one of the reasons why I was a little kid. I wanted to grow a fro and to have pork chops.
Yeah.
He brought that pork chop back when it went out of style, for real.
Yeah.
But I will say Nelly definitely put the St. Louis on the map because them tall T-days, them tall jerseys,
Air Forces.
Mm-hmm.
He's the reason why if I mess up a white pair of forces, I'll go buy some more next week. I never would have wore Air Force Ones if it wasn't for him. Ever.
Huge deal.
That's an impact.
And I will say that Pimp Juice versus Ludacris is
pimping all over the world.
Yes.
Wow, she got the wall.
Who would you go with that? What song would you go?
I'm going Pimping All Over the World.
Pimping All Over. I love Pimping All Over the World because I heard that the other day and I forgot how fire it was. I was like, yo, this is so good. And the video was great. But I'm going Pimp Juice because conceptually, like he was rap singing with the pimp voice. And it was just like way out of Nelly's territory. He was like, I was like, yo, that's kind of like, what is you on, bro? Like that is very innovative in the 2000s. Like him doing the pimp and it's got the boom, like it's like all that. Yeah, it's crazy. But Ash.
Yeah, I'm going Ludacris as well. I think Nelly definitely has some bops and his music, his replay value is high too. So Luda was just more unique. He did bring something different. But shout out to Luda. I mean, Nelly definitely putting on St. Louis.
Yeah, Midwest.
And yeah. So last one.
Hold on. I'm sorry. One question. Yo, I'm just gonna say this. B.I.B.I.
His
B.I.B.I. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. I can still hear the doom, doom, doom. Like, all right, I'm sorry. I just
chicken and beer.
All that. All right, Ash, my bad. Last one.
Who had to hear Mia Mia all my elementary and middle school.
You shouldn't have told us that.
I just don't like that song will haunt my dreams.
Mia Mia. That's cold though. Come on. That's cold.
Yeah. All right. To finish us off, Ja Rule or 50 Cent?
50.
Hey, Ja, some stuff though.
You know,
that's a good one.
We are not going to completely erase Ja Rule's run because he had a run.
Mm-hmm.
However, 50, I gotta go with 50. 50, the toxic, problematic man that he is. I gotta go with him as far as music overall. Even though, you know what?
I'm gonna pull up some Ja Rule hits. I gotta remember.
Who cares?
Everybody's just ready to get dollar.
Like as far as a rapper, I gotta go with 50 Cent. Like music, like as far as like again, enjoyability of the music, I'd probably go with Ja Rule. Like, but
it's tough. I enjoy both of their music.
I'm gonna just
dang, that's a hard one, bro.
it is a hard one.
I don't think it is.
Stuff, for real.
Let me just say this. I think Ja Rule was one of the first singing, rapping person people like in that era. You know what I'm saying? So he put on for this generation.
Mm-hmm.
And so like
I wouldn't go that far.
I would say that. Just
maybe more of a Nelly. Like I think he put on for Nelly. Like that style of
he started it. He started it though. I'm saying. Who did it before him?
Bone Thugs.
Cleveland.
Stop it.
Cleveland's own. Don't trick like C.
That's what I said, bro. Because it's not. I mean, he's doing melodic. Don't get me wrong. He's doing melodic rhyming, but like singing.
Bone Thugs did do that.
Yeah, Bone Thugs was like really like Thug Angel singing. Like, but go ahead. Anyways, finish your point real quick with what you were saying with Ja.
I just believe Ja. He actually was a good rapper, and like in that era, it was tough. That Method Man-ish, Ja Rule, who's in the 90s. It was a lot of hard people to go against what he was doing. But when 50 came about, he destroyed the whole rap. He destroyed the whole rap game. 50 just took it to another level.
Yeah. So who you got?
I'm going 50 Cent. Ja Rule definitely got some bops. And like I said, I'll play his music. I play both of their music just for nostalgic purposes. But I'm definitely going 50 Cent. And I did watch Get Rich or Die Trying last night. Even though I know that movie is not a really liked movie or considered a good movie, I don't know why, but I like seeing him in that movie. I don't know.
Yeah, people, I think they dog it way too much. I actually enjoy it too.
It's really not bad like that. I don't know what that's about, but
I don't either. I gotta go. The more y'all were talking, the more I was like, I was really close to choosing Ja, but I gotta go 50 just because I remember there was this song that he was going at Ja, and it was like that G-Unit. He's like, I don't mind, guys, not my boo Ja Rule. Let me tell you something. It was a dude doing the voice, but it was like he was like, yeah, all that, and he was like, man, that whole wave of how he came at Ja, like, was just, yeah, I can go, but yeah, we go 50.
I had the beater T-shirt. I had that beater.
Oh, we had all that. We had them nasty bulletproof white beater, whatever you call them, tankless, tank top, whatever you call it. We had them nasty work. Had the G-Unit shoes, all that. Is that it, Ash?
That's all for the flash for the yeah.
All right, beautiful. I don't know if you did this intentionally, but I think it's brilliant that we're doing a movie led by a rapper, and so you brought this or that rappers. That's kind of heat right there, and you're a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So
whoa, hold it down.
I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So
Period.
Hold it down.
you ain't never getting away from that in my book. Yeah. Don't worry.
Never fails.
It's out there.
Definitely gotta unwrap some stuff.
Yeah, definitely unpack a few things. Look. All right. Well, with that being said, Mia G, you know what time it is. It's time to go hop in that time machine, all four of us, pull that lever back, and take us back to the film we are talking about today, our last film in our Summer Vibes rotation.
Oh, we got a good one today. We're going back to 2006 to talk about ATL. I have two synopses for this movie because the first one, ignore that. As four friends prepare for life after high school, different challenges bring about turning points in each of their lives. The drama unfolds and dramas unfold and resolve at their local skating rink, Cascade. That was too short for me, so I found another one. Four teenagers come of age in a working-class Atlanta neighborhood where hip-hop sizzles and roller skating rules. 17-year-old Rashad was forced to become the man of his house early. Since the death of his parents, he's been responsible for himself and his little brother, Ant. As Rashad tries to keep Ant in high school and out of trouble, the only bright spot in his life is Nunu, who sees something special in him, something more than he sees. When the two meet, Rashad's future starts to open up for the first time, but Nunu has a secret that's getting harder and harder to keep. For cast, we have a loaded cast. We have Clifford T.I. Harris as Rashad, Jackie Long as Esquire, Jason Weaver, the Jason Weaver, as Teddy, Albert Daniels as Brooklyn, Evan Ross as Ant, Lauren London as Aaron, aka Nunu, Khadijah Hack as Vita, Malika Hack as Star, McKelty Williamson as Uncle George, Keith David as John Garnett, Tasha Smith as Miss Gail, Big Boy as Marcus, and we have appearances from Tay Heckert as Tanya, B. Lynette McKee as Mrs. Garnett, Monica as Waffle House waitress, Buffy Caruth, aka Buffy the Body, as Big Booty Judy, and Marquise Moore as Austin. This film was released March 31st, 2006. No merch, no toys.
I never knew that was Big Buffy the Body. I never knew that.
Really?
I definitely knew. Like we were definitely like that was conversation.
I was oblivious.
Yeah, that was and that was like back then where it was still like natural. You know what I mean? Like the wave wasn't what it is now. So shout out to Buffy.
Put on for the big girls, okay?
You say what?
You put on for the big booty girls.
She did. She for sure did. Her Delicious. There's probably one more out there. I can't think of that. I'm not going into that side of the content, but the ones that are mainstream on this side, because there's plenty of those. But it's ATL. What are you going to do? You know what they're known for out there. You know, huh?
That's the South. That's all they.
That's the South.
They
got. That's culture though. That's really culture. No cap though. But excellent synopsis, Mia G. Thank you for giving us that info there. So let's get into a little bit of a rewind. Boog, I'm gonna throw it in your court first. When we do a rewind, we like to go back to how we remember seeing this film. It don't have to be like necessarily your first experience. You're just going off of the memory of what you remembered when seeing it and what you remembered about it, and then you kind of bring us up to today and what the experience was like this time watching it.
So when I think about it, it takes me back to house parties back in high school. Just being honest, house parties and like in Fort Wayne, we always had teen clubs. We stayed out till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And we about 15, 16 years old. That's what it took me back to. Me going all night skate. That's when I heard all the latest new joints as far as like Ludacris, Lil Wayne, all that stuff. Anyways,
Yin Yang Twins.
Yin Yang Twins set it off.
Boy.
They underrated.
Dog. Yeah, bro.
Georgia Dome to the window. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But if I go back and watch it, I can't take Big Boy serious, man. Like
I got a whole different spin on that, but go ahead. I
can't take him serious, man. Like his personality and how he rap versus him having the comedian-ish trying to throw in as that, that drug dealer type of dude. I couldn't take it serious.
Dang, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but it kind of put a different perspective, like on how to trying to talk to females, trying to be too cool. You don't want to be too corny. Back in high school, you didn't want to be too corny, but you wanted to make it be known at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it definitely made me want to go swimming on the hottest day though. The hottest day in July. But
sure.
Overall, man, it just takes me back, going outside and going play and going skating and stuff like that. So I think the movie, man, overall, it's a 10.
Okay. Ash Bash, give us the rewind. How you remember this film and how was it this time watching it?
What I was like 14. That's crazy.
It's 06, yeah.
Who knows what I was doing at that time, but I remember being excited for this film. I remember being a big T.I. fan. It was like, oh, he got a movie. I feel like I was excited to see it because he was in it. And then them adding the skating aspect to it, Cascade, like I just thought it was going to be a fun movie and it had some other heavy hitters in it. It's gonna be dope. And then when I watched it this time, it felt about the same. It's very, very nostalgic. It was an easy watch. But I do have an unpopular opinion.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
I am not a huge fan of this movie. I've always thought this though. Like I think I was excited because T.I. was in it, and it looks like a fun movie, and I respect what it did for our culture. But honestly, I don't. This movie's okay. Like it's not a like the replay value is not very high for me. So I don't go back to this often. So like when you did choose this, I was like, oh, I was excited because I haven't seen it in a long time. Because it's not one that I go out of my way to go watch. So I felt the same even this watch. Like I said, it was fun watching it, getting the quotables down and seeing, T.I. how young and skinny he was. But yeah, so that's my experience.
That tracks. I can see that. What about you, Meg G?
Oh man, okay. When this movie came out, I was 15, going on 16. Went to see it at the theater with my friends, and I remember being so excited to see this movie and instantly loved it, of course. It felt so Cincinnati is kind of like, I think we take a lot of our culture from Atlanta in a lot of ways. And this movie just kind of like solidified that in my mind. I remember when this movie came out, and it was during that whole time of this Atlanta music takeover. They were really like everything you saw or heard was Atlanta rap, R&B. The dances we were doing was all what I saw in this movie. That's why it was so nostalgic for me, because like we were so encompassed in this Atlanta culture, even here in Cincinnati, that it just felt like even though we weren't from there, it still fed into, how we lived and how we moved around that time. And so when I turned this movie on this time, I instantly got that like nostalgic, jittery feeling in my belly, because it took me back to feeling like I was 15 and remembering the feeling of seeing this movie for the first time. And I really still love this movie. I hadn't seen it in a long time. So of course I do have some differences in opinion from what I felt before, like which we'll talk about, but it still really held up for me. And it's just fun. It's fun. It has a message, it's heartfelt. It still has all of the things about it that I loved and I still love. Like I really love a friend group movie where there's like a tight-knit group of friends, and they all have their own personalities and what they bring. And they did that really well. T.I. was a phenomenal actor for, a novice in this area. He was a rapper. He hadn't done any acting, and to be starring in a film like this, he did a great job, especially next to people like Keith David and McKelty Williamson and Jason Weaver,
Right.
people who are like really seasoned actors. He did his thing. I think he did a great job. I think the story was great. I think the storytelling was great. Yeah, I love this movie. I still really, really love this movie.
Me and G made a great point.
Yeah.
Like Atlanta was peaking. Like from 2001 all the way up to like 2011, my opinion, like Atlanta was on the map. It took over from West Coast, East Coast, all of that. South was, that's all you hear. It's nothing but the South music, and that's what it was. Nothing but the culture, their dances, the way they wear their clothes.
Texas had like a 2-year run in the Atlanta run, but
yeah, and T.I., what set it off for me listening to T.I., you might see me in this, you remember, you'll know me. That was
yeah.
That's what had set it off for me, man. Like T.I. was that dude, man. Like what she said, like for him coming in, that's being his first role. He killed it.
Mm-hmm. For me, remembering this back then, 2006. So 2 years prior, in 2004, another big artist or group, B2K, had a movie. You Got Served. And so now it's like, oh, and we thought, oh, we love that movie. We're going to the theater like B2K. We enjoying their music. We know how big they are. We got to see what they're doing. Then 2 years later, you see T.I., and T.I. was like up, like Rubber Band Man, Wild as a Taliban. You know what I mean? Like he was up. I was a huge fan of T.I. Definitely was wearing the hat sideways, trying to wear the rubber bands. Everything T.I. like he was just the coolest. Like who didn't want to be him? Like he was just that dude for real. Like and so seeing him have a movie. So back then I remember I know we went to theaters to see this. Super enjoyable. I mean, we walked away with so many quotes, and you'll notice that when we get to that section of this episode from me. And I just remember really enjoying it. But I also remember back then not thinking. I remember thinking T.I.'s performance was a little. Like back then, that's how I thought about it. I was like, it was cool. I didn't feel like there was a lot of depth at the time when I watched it. I was like, he just kind of one note. Watching it this time, I did not feel that way. I understood more nuance of, oh, he's like this because he's lost his parents. You know, he's not used to good things happening to him. There's a somberness, but he's trying to find joy amongst this. It was so much more nuanced when I'm older now watching. I'm like, oh. And then that's when, like, what Mia and Jay Boogie is saying is like, oh, now you start to see a little bit more of like, oh, he bodied this for this to be like, his freshman floater. Like, you know what I mean? So this time around watching it, I was cheesing, smiling, laughing, like out loud. I was so mad because I couldn't watch it in one take because I had to break it up. But I was so mad because I was like, bro, I'm trying to get back to this world of ATL. And so I picked it back up and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this freaking movie. And I got something that I want to ask going into our overall discussion. Now I want to ask this. We were kids when Friday came out. I thought about this and I said, maybe we should consider this. Would y'all consider ATL our Friday? And if this ain't our Friday, what would be our Friday? And the reason I say this is because we were little kids when Friday came out. So I'm looking at Friday as far as a super funny cast, super deep in the cast, a lot of funny romance, high level threats, a lot of the same notes that Friday had. So I kind of was thinking like, is this our Friday?
That's it's not my Friday, but I don't know what would be. So it's a pretty good question. I know you're saying where we were of age and not like just catching it later. So I understand what you're saying, but I don't know. I mean, it's not mine for sure, but.
See, even the way Ash like reacts to it lets me know like this can't be, it's not comparable to Friday just because of cultural impact. Like, yeah, ATL and Atlanta in general had a huge cultural impact, but I don't think it was this movie specifically. Like, as far as like Black film is concerned, Friday was like a big, like, new like concept in Black film, like a hood comedy where it was like slice of life. So that wasn't really being done. So that's different. I don't think this is like our Friday.
I would say, go ahead.
But I would have to really sit and think about what I think that is though, because I can't. Nothing is coming to mind right now. But it wouldn't be this. It's different, but
see. Okay,
I
go ahead.
Think about what it would be.
Okay, go ahead, Boog. What you gonna say?
I would say I got the hookup.
What was that, 98?
Low key.
Now they were trying to be Friday. That's why they're definitely not. They were trying too hard to be Friday, trying to make Fex work. You can't sit with us. You can't sit with us. Like, nah.
Wait, I I still really like I Got the Hiccup. That's like a guilty pleasure.
No, it's cool. It's cool. But it's like P is like such a businessman. He's a formulaic person. He sees what's working. Oh, let's come out. Oh, they're doing this. Let's get Romeo TV show. Let's get. Oh, they doing the serial. Let's do the serial. Like he's just following the format that's already there. Versus ATL is an original construct. And well, here's what I would say. I'm probably alone in this. And it's not just because it's like one of my favorite movies, and I didn't realize it until I watched it this time. The reason I'm saying it because I did actually watch Friday recently, not because I was trying to make the comparison, but when I realized how many quotes that I walked away from, when I realized how many funny moments, when I walked away from the love interest, like the Craig and Debbie, is it Debbie, if I'm correct? Craig and Debbie, and you look at him and Nunu, you look at the stakes of like Big Worm not playing about his money, just like Big Boy not playing about his money. I'm just looking at all of the beats. Yeah, it looked different because we're in a different region, California, and they were in South Central. Was it South Central? Yeah, I think he said South Central, LA. Versus here, obviously, we're in Bankhead, ATL. It's a different region, different vibe, but a lot of it to me still was like, I don't know. I kind of felt like it was. I think if there's a better comparison, by any means, y'all give it to me. I get it. Like this is, but by any means, I'm open to it. I would love to have a conversation like, what is our Friday? Does it exist? Because I was kind of looking like this generation's. Obviously, people will probably say like one of these days, or one of those days, however it is. They like, oh, this is kind of like this generation's Friday, kind of like, you know what I mean? Because it looks different, feels different. But I guess, Friday was innovated and it was stuff, but I feel like ATL it served something else. But anyway, I stand alone in that.
I feel like Baby Boy would be more.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
That I ain't mad
at. I was looking at some options and I was like, boy, probably feels a little more, I don't know.
I like that.
Maybe, but
what'd you say, Ash?
I said Baby Boy out of that option. It just feels a little more broader, I guess. I don't know.
I like that.
I know it didn't have like that much funniness in it necessarily, but
it was funny, but it wasn't meant to be funny. Like, yeah. Like
yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So just interesting comments. Y'all write in if y'all feel whatever y'all feel. I know that we've voiced on this show about voiceovers, not always being a big fan of the voiceovers from back and forth. How did y'all feel about T.I.'s voiceovers in here? And also, I think it was Big Rube from, well, he's not really in a group, I don't think, but he's affiliated with Dungeon Family, where you get like kind of the hospital scene at the end of it. How did y'all feel about T.I.'s voiceover and Big Rube's voiceover in this movie? Because we talked about that at length early in our movie reviews.
For me, it's cool with T.I.'s. Big Rube, is it? Hated it. I actually have that in a different section. But T.I., I was cool with it. I think it was cool. Yeah. It wasn't like overdone, or his voice, he just has that like that nice chill tone. So it worked for me. But the other guy, no.
So I suppose I'm in the minority because voiceovers don't bother me like at all in most instances, unless of course we go back to like the child actor voiceover, like in the preachers.
I think that.
Hey, you cut it out. You're gonna have to let that go.
My daddy said that I need to go back.
He will not let go of the
Shut up.
From Mrs. Doubtfire. We're not about to keep doing it.
Leave Matilda alone.
I'm talking about.
All right, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Anyway, it didn't bother me. None of the voiceover work bothered me at all.
Okay. Yeah, me neither. I was good with all of it. Voiceovers don't bother me as much. So I'm kind of with you in that regard, Mia. It didn't bother me either one. I'm not a big poetry guy, so that I've voiced that on here a lot. I'm not a big poetry guy, but I'm familiar with Big Rube and some of the work he's done on Outkast as well as Goody Mob's music, and I see how it fits. And there's a particular song Outkast has. That what is that? That can't worry about what another thing. Liberation. Like, and he does this whole poetry spot on there, and it's good, and I like it. So I'm not a big poetry guy, but I wasn't mad at it in this regard. It is reaching for a little extra deep when this movie's not that, but I know Ashley probably voice a little more of that when we get there. J Boog, you got anything as far as the voiceover, does it bother you at all, or?
I mean, I think voiceovers kind of like makes the movie kind of better. Kind of like, yo, you know how to end the movie. You know, what's that movie called? I can't think of what the movie is called, but it's like one of those hood movies with Low Dog.
Mm-hmm.
What's that movie called?
Menace to Society.
Yeah. So when his granddad had asked him, "Do you care if you live?" And he said, "I don't know." But the end of the movie, when he said that he did care. So I feel like voiceovers kind of carries like the pain and passion of where they at in that time of life. So I feel like
wow,
it sets off the movie.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Kind of like an inner monologue of what they're feeling.
Yeah.
Mrs. Jackson, which this has got to be a nod, obviously.
I said that.
I didn't even catch that
before that either.
Yeah, Mrs. Jackson, which is Aunt's teacher. She didn't want to turn on the air because it was for honor students. Now, obviously, this is abuse. But man, I commend that dedication to be in the trenches with your students. That was just something I just wanted to say on the side. That it ain't even nothing to add there.
I would have been up at that school. It's like, why you ain't got this on?
Bro, I would have been the one sneaking up and hitting the thermometer, like hitting the joint, like, oh, somebody turn the air on. Like, you'll never know. Like, we're gonna be rotating. Somebody, can I go to the bathroom? Hit that air, bro. Few more things. How much do y'all feel like Atlanta was such a character in this movie?
1000%.
I agree.
Yeah.
You said character?
Yeah, like a character. Like it's a part of it's almost a part of the cast, the way they just implement, especially in the opening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was definitely a character. It had a lot of characteristic parts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. How did y'all feel about the skating scenes?
It sets it off. Like, for me, I'm a skater, and you know me, I'm a dancer too. Well, back in the day, I retired. Right. I retired. I ain't about to go way back then, but no. So like, it just set it off. Like, it tells you the group of people that you had your preppy people, you had your real Southern people who all gold teeth and how they dress and all that kind. It tells the story on how your group is, who you hung with, how you dress. The person who you hang with, y'all are all a reflection of each other, and like how y'all all move as one. I mean, I looked at it, that skating scene. It was something kind of what I went through in high school. Everybody who I was around, we all damn near dressed alike. We all bougie. Basically, what I'm talking about.
Boy, facts. What y'all think, ladies? What y'all think about the skating scenes?
I enjoyed the skating scenes. I will say this, I'm gonna keep it a beam though. T.I. and them crew, like I didn't think that their routine was trash. Like, I guess we never really got to see it in full. Mm-hmm. But oh my goodness, I'm just keeping it a beam. It was trash. I really enjoyed when they went on the old school night. It was just quick little, like they was getting down, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Like those old school now, you out there getting to it. Yeah. But as far as the other groups, like I like that we got to get a glimpse. Wish we could have seen it a little more, but I know that just wasn't. It was just to be in there. It wasn't based specifically for that. But other than T.I. and them group, the ones, I think that was their name. Yeah, everybody else, that was some good stuff.
So. I love the skating scenes. I think it's just such an Atlanta staple, the whole skate culture. So I thought it was a great addition. Plus, if you've watched the behind the scenes or the any Atlanta artist story who came up in the 90s and early 2000s, they'll tell you the stories about the skating rink and what that meant to them. So it was a big thing. I gotta agree with Ash. I don't know what they were doing on them skates, like our main characters, because I mean, we only saw them do a little 1-2, but everybody else was doing their thing, with the exception of the DL girls with them little bob wigs on. I don't know what they was really doing, but everybody else was doing their thing.
What you talking about with the bunny tails on?
With the little shorts and the baby tee with the little bob wig, the little hair hat.
That's how y'all wear it.
Dedication.
I was like, they could have kept that. I know they had to have like a one all girls skate situation.
Of course. So a movie like what I feel like the skate thing was a part of it. There's this interesting back and forth in my head watching it, because it's like it's a part of the driving story, but then it's like it feels like they went away from the concept because of the commitment. I feel like there's a moment where Nunu was talking to, man, what's the boy name, man? I don't want to call him by his
Esquire?
No, the other one with the grills. Teddy.
Yeah.
Teddy, well, she was like, he was talking about like, I ain't holler at you because just by how you skate. So skate became a characteristic that was like supposed to be like, like brown sugar with hip hop. It's like kind of like it was simple, it was cool, it seemed like it was that, but then they I feel like they didn't want to commit too much to the routines and how it went, so that obviously it didn't pan out like it did. Which, if that's what they did, they glossed it smooth, because it seemed like, oh, that feels realistic. Ant got shot, so we didn't make it to the competition. But watching it this time, I kind of felt like that was supposed to be a part of it, and I kind of didn't commit fully. You like committed to enough, like we'll learn a little bit of moves, but for what we're trying to do in this movie, that's a little too much. Maybe the budget wasn't there, maybe the time frame, whatever it was. The album release, because I think he did put out an album at the same time while the movie came out. So I don't know. I just noticed that, but they wasn't really that great. I don't think I thought they were great then. I know Roll Bounce was around this time too, so they was getting a little bit more busy in Roll Bounce than in this. But now I'm looking at it like, okay, it's just like another. I feel like one more thing. I feel like they had everything put together, and they needed one more interesting Atlanta thing to make this story more interesting. And I think it's like, oh, that's it. Cascade. Let's put skating into the mix. That's how it feels to me. And it was a smart pick, because now it is a essential part of this love story or this drama or whatever you classify this film as. It is an essential part to it. So it felt like that was like a adage that they thought of, like, oh, this would be great. Throw this in. And we'll actually get real skate crews in Atlanta to, So that's how I felt. I don't have no real evidence that could be completely false, but that's the way watching it this time, it kind of felt to me watching it.
I went to Cascade, and it's nothing like the movie at all.
It's better or worse?
Trash.
Oh,
wow.
I don't care. I say it's trash.
Oh,
no.
Is it, you don't think it's just the era we in now? Like people don't skate no more?
It could be, but I went back in 2010-ish, 11-ish.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, man, I'm about to go visit Cascade. I brought my skates, man. It was only like 10 people.
Hey, man.
It's like 10 people in there.
Hey, get your red hat. Make skating great again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
Bye, Mo.
Oh. All right. Anything else y'all want to add to our overall discussion before we kind of get more into like the film?
You wow.
Shout out to Mama C, because she's a skater. She can skate for real. She keeps her skates in the trunk.
She should have been in that other scene then when Rashad went to go, take Nunu over to the spot. Say, oh, they from Detroit. You know what I mean? All right. So let me just lay this out, and we can go wherever y'all want to go, however you want to go. I'm gonna throw the ball in Ash court. So I'm just gonna lay out the characters real quick. So we got Rashad, which is the center of the friend group, the leader amongst the boys. Nunu, You know, obviously she's the fly chick from around the way, girl next door ish. Aunt, smart mouth, wannabe baller, ladies man. Esquire, overachiever, you know, trying to make a better way, coming from the hood. Uncle George, underachiever, gets no buns. Brooklyn, you know, he's their friend from New York. That's, you know, I don't really get this guy's angle really, but I did like him a lot more this time. And what I got? Teddy, he's fast talker, flunky, but you know, he's a people person, and I think that's all I got, kind of just laying out like the main people. Yeah. So Ash, where you want to go?
Sir, so where I want to start is the principal not writing the letter of recommendation for Esquire. I want to kind of get into that because it's pretty early on, but like, and that was the principal of the high school, so I was just like, because the scene for me, obviously, it wasn't just about college. It was like more so gatekeeping and like systematic biases in that moment. And it's like Esquire, he really wanted a chance. Like the principal's like, this SAT scores, great. Your grades are up. Like you're listing everything that he is doing right. And then he's asking you for one thing to like write him a letter of recommendation for college. And you're like, whoa. You might want to get someone else that's a little more, you know, pretty much telling you to get a black person at this point. And it's crazy because the struggle, you know, the dynamic with Esquire anyway, like he's dressing the part, speaking well, getting good grades, and it's still just not enough. And I thought that was an interesting scene, and it just trickled down, obviously, when he got to Mr. Garnett and how he kind of, you know, it's all tied in. But yeah, he didn't really see Esquire for who he was trying to become, but more so of like who he, you know, where he was trying to go. You were just looking at where he's at now. And so I just definitely wanted to talk about that a little bit. Yeah. That's where I started.
I saw it a little bit differently. I think the type of scholarship he was trying to get, the principal was saying, like, I'm not really in a position to write the recommendation letter because they wanted to come from somebody who's like a pillar of the community, somebody with some influence. And I'm your principal. I don't really have that kind of influence. So they're like, do you know like a judge or a businessman? Like, because the principal probably didn't even know, because he said he was using the club's address to go to school in a better district. So he might not even known where Esquire comes from, really, and thought like all of the other students' parents know somebody like that or are somebody like that. So, you know, don't your parents know somebody who could write it for you?
Yeah, I mean, that could be true too. I don't know. It was the way he looked when he said it.
It was
too.
like a weird, I felt both.
It was like a whoa. Like, I don't know. That's how I received it watching it. Like, it just definitely was giving systematic bias to me in that moment. Like, because I'm doing everything right. I mean, again, even if it's like a letter of recommendation wasn't going to get him where he needed to go, you know, at least just write it for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. I just felt like, just, you know, here, I give it to you. I don't think, you know, they may be looking for something different, but like, he just shut it down after listing every good thing that I'm doing. Is just another moment of it's not enough.
I'll say just kind of spending more time on Esquire. I realized this time, like Esquire is really not redeemable like that, man. Like it was a lot of, he was a hater. At every corner, he was a hater. Like I thought he was just doing it because, like, bro, I'm trying to just make a better way. Y'all chill, but like everywhere, it's like, bro, you bugging out everywhere we turn, bro. You bugging out sitting in the front seat. You bugging out on Nunu for no reason. You don't have no information yet. You bugging out on Nunu. You don't even know she's faking it. You just bugging out on just to be on some Pam and Martin type vibes, like for no reason. Like then you bugging out on them, hollering at the little snow bunnies at your job at the. You know, the country club. It's like, man, y'all come on, can we just go? Like, bro, we waiting on you to get off. We picking you up, bro. What you bugging about? If I pull me a little snow bunny, what's that to you? Like, chill, bro. You try to get into school with the snow bunnies. What you work with the snow bunnies? Like, bro, Esquire was ridiculous when I watched it this time. I'm like, bro, this guy is out of his mind, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, he is annoying though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
In my notes, he's a hater.
Yeah, let's talk more about Esquire then. Like, we already own it. Boog, what you want to say about Esquire? What were some things that you were looking at when watching it this time, and just kind of looking at his character, his role in that friendship of them four?
I think everybody got that one friend who's overprotective. Like, it's something about a person, but they don't know what it is, so they ain't gonna like him off the bat, until he actually sees the real person. So I feel like maybe he did have a reason. He had a good intuition that it was something about her that it ain't real, and so he ended up telling his homie, hey, he couldn't find the words how to tell him, but the way it came out, it's like, oh, you knew, but you ain't tell me. Mm-hmm. But sometimes people, when they find out stuff, they blame you for telling them. So it's kind of like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. So what can I do?
My only thing with that is that was so much later. Like, he was like out the gate with it though. He was already just being a hater, like damn near cock blocking, like, because you ain't getting no play. Like, bro, you gotta chill. Like, if she is who she is, like you said, be a good friend, let me know what it is. But I still gotta see it through and see if I feel like that with her. It's just like even before he found out that she was like living in this, prestige area, and her father was like, bro, you was just like bro said, like, even the front seat of the car, like, bro, you gotta chill. You gotta chill.
Getting off for you don't want to sit in the back seat.
Because
you're acting better than
that's what I'm saying. Like, you have this. That's where it's like a challenge a little bit on how y'all even friends. It's a big challenge for me watching this. It's like, because I can't see a person like Rashad being a friend with somebody like Esquire. Because Esquire is such a fake the funk type dude. Like, he didn't really show us a lot of loyalty to me. Like, it wasn't disloyalty either. It was just like, these happen to be my friends, but it was just this weird dynamic. Like, I'm looking at him versus Rashad, and it's like, bro, you got things working for you. But it's like there's this underlying kind of like we talked about 2 movies ago with She's All That, where we talked about Dean, like his like undertone being the number 2 in the friend group, kind of low key hating on Zach. You know what I mean? Like, there, and this stuff exists. Like, it definitely exists. So here, this is weird thing where, like, it feels like Esquire is kind of hating on Rashad for whatever reason, but you're the one that's like further along in the group. But it's like, well, Rashad got the car, or Rashad got the beautiful girl, or Rashad got the swagger. He's accepted. He's the best skater. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just this weird dynamic.
Where do we get that he's hating on Rashad? Because I don't remember him ever saying anything disparaging or negative about or to Rashad or anything. I think he just didn't like Nunu. And I feel like a lot of that was him being like a reflection of John Garnett, in a way where he was embarrassed of where he came from. He didn't like them talking to the white girls because that's where he worked, and y'all are ghetto and y'all are embarrassing me. He didn't like Nunu because he said it's like she ghetto. He didn't like anything too obvious about where he came from. And I also think that he was more so probably Rashad's childhood friend and not as close with Teddy in Brooklyn as Rashad, because Rashad met them in high school. They all go to the same school. I think I'm looking at it as he probably went to elementary school with Esquire and grew up with him. And when he went to high school, he met Brooklyn and Teddy. They all kind of ended up in the same friend group, because he's like, how old is Teddy anyway? And like, the way he acted towards the other friends was like, he ain't know them quite as well as Rashad did. But Rashad and Esquire are best friends because they probably knew each other before. But I don't remember him ever necessarily hating on Rashad or being like, I don't like that Rashad has this or does this. He was just an asshole. He just was mean because he didn't like being from the hood. So anybody else who was from the hood, he thought he was better than them, and he thought that, he was above them. This is my best friend's car. I'm gonna ride in the front seat. I don't care if you call,
shotgun.
Don't talk to the people at my job. Don't talk to this ghetto ass girl. And like he was the one rubbing on Big Booty Judy's at the party. So it's not like he was, just out here.
Boy, if you don't stop.
But
lame as hell. No, I'll just play.
But I think it was more so he was just
definitely lame.
He was self-hating a little bit. He didn't like himself, and that's why he didn't like them, because he was embarrassed of where he came from.
Which is why
he had a hustle though.
He did.
He had a hustle though. He was a hustling friend.
And that's what makes it kind of challenging at the end of the movie with Esquire's character going to John Garnett, returning the letter of recommendation. Of course, we know he ended up getting it back at some point, but I'm not ashamed for where I came from. Wait, yes, you are. That's
his arc, though, Mo.
How did he get there? That's my thing. How do you get there? Because Rashad ain't talking to you no more. Now, well, you know what? It's probably tied into Nunu, like coming as Aaron and pulling up, and like she's still coming back and trying to. She's at that point. She's not ashamed, of the fact that she has money. She got her little Uggs on, and she's not ashamed that she has money. She's just saying it still meant something to me, so it's real. So maybe I kind of see that because the way he looked at her, like realizing like she stopped playing the act, so maybe I need to stop playing the act too.
And he got humble.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it right there.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, he was just like, I mean, yeah, maybe even direct. He didn't hate on Rashad directly, but it was like indirectly to me. Like it was just little things he did that.
You're right back.
Okay, but so.
I don't think he hated on Rashad. I just think the stuff that he was doing for us to be as tight as we are, like, bro, you're doing a lot. And you really need to, you probably need to get some for real because you're kind of high strung, bro.
Yeah, we know who didn't get no cutty last.
We know who didn't get it.
All right. So where you want to go next then? What you thinking? Because it's like really character driven, a lot of this movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Since we packed up Esquire real quick. Pretty open to wherever you want to go with it.
You want to talk about Ant?
Yeah, we can talk about Ant, his little cute self. Evan Ross.
Hey, all right, go ahead. Where you want to go? J Book, feel free to respond whenever.
I don't have too much. Just that he was the young bull. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be popping, want to have money, trying to get women. He wanted that fast money. Very naive, despite Rashad's efforts. You know what I'm saying? Of trying to keep him on the straight and narrow. He still was just deviating from what Rashad was trying to get him to see and understand as he grows further into his manhood. But around that age, what was he, like 14?
My assumption is he's a freshman and Rashad's a senior.
Okay. Yeah, he want to be popping. He want the women. He was going for upperclassmen. I'm like, bro, the grown woman with the car dropped down. Bro, this is a grown woman and you trying to get
that's us though. In 06, we ignorant like that. Like you just like, bruh, what that mean? Like that's the type of vibe he was on. Let's talk a little bit about that Rashad and Ant dynamic since we're on it. What I'll say is, and then y'all feel free to respond. The thing that kind of, I don't know if it's on. Did I got this? It's something that bothers me. Let me just double check before I speak to it. Never mind. Yeah, I do got it on something, but. It's an interesting dynamic as far as big brother, little brother. I know that ain't big. I know that ain't little big brother, but the dynamic of him wanting to protect, because again, the nuance of it is they lost their parents about 3 years ago up until this point. So that means Ant was like a sixth grader. You know what I mean? At this point, if we're to assume he's a freshman, And so that means like Rashad was a freshman when he lost. So he's had them at least longer than he has more memories and more things versus Ant. And so he could tell that Ant's detouring away from certain things and they living with their uncle who's just not a great male figure. And we can kind of throw him into the mix too. Uncle Quint. Is that what it is? What is it? Uncle
George.
Uncle George. Yeah. I'm thinking about T.I. Real Unc. Uncle George. So yeah, I mean, what did y'all think about that dynamic between Ant and Rashad?
It was realistic, as far as the older brother who feels like he had to take on that father figure role, the protector, the little brother who doesn't necessarily have a reason to take anything seriously yet. He's kind of just, he doesn't have, as a kid, losing your parents that early, Rashad had a foundation that Ant didn't have, as far as, you can even see like in the beginning and just throughout the film how Rashad talks about his father and things that his father told him. And Ant probably didn't get to that point of having those types of conversations. So he's trying to instill that into him the way his father did. But, he's still a kid himself. He's still a teenager. So I think he was doing the best he could, Uncle George, who I have a different opinion of now than I did before. I'm not going to go too hard on Uncle George for a few reasons. But I think, Rashad was doing the best he could as an older brother. And Ant just was lacking parenting and direction,
Mm-hmm.
Had to learn some things the hard way.
Mm-hmm. I pretty much agree with what Mia said. She kind of hit it on the nose, like pretty realistic. I mean, you're a kid trying to raise a kid at the same time. So you're automatically having to mature sooner than you probably would have if your parents were still around. So yeah, I mean, it tracks. Like, yeah, you my big brother and I'm listening to you as much as I can, but I'm still like, I'm trying to do my own thing. I'm trying to carve out my own identity and kind of get my own money. And I don't want to work for the cleaning company. Like, that's not what I want to do, Of course, Rashad is seeing the big picture and, but he's young. I'm not thinking about long term. I'm thinking about right now.
Right.
I'm in high school. I'm a freshman. So I'm seeing all these women that have developed probably over the summer, whatever, that transition from the middle to high.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I'm trying to see something like.
Yeah. Young horny toad. That's just a part of puberty. That's just a part of what we all go through. So we go as we go further with Ant. He wants money. He wants a different kind of journey. It's amazing how Rashad had that kind of foresight to know his brother would be on that. Maybe Rashad was similar to that at one point in time. You know what I mean? Because it's just amazing how he knew what his brother was going to want. As far as he want money, he want to shine, he want to be one of them dudes. But Ant, he's real slick at the mouth. Like we see him with Mrs. Jackson. We see him with the chick with the car. Like, we see him with his brother, see him with Uncle George. We see him real. He's slick, really slick. He decides he wants to get this money, and he meets this other dude that's in his class. I mean, I guess they were at a swimming pool or whatever, and which is ridiculous. This dude that was in his grade jumped in the pool with a pocket full of money. This is like this has got to be pulling from a real reference because this just feels so like how don't you know you got money in your that for the life of me, but it's a good setup. Anyway, he ended up getting involved with Big Boy. I don't know. Did we get his real name? Y'all know his name or
in the movie?
Yeah,
Marcus.
Oh. So he ended up getting involved with Marcus. He get involved in some grown man business, and that becomes a real arc for the movie, real storyline for the movie. What did y'all think about that whole storyline with Ant drug dealing, coming up now from Cubic Zirconia, Mike Jones, obviously on the magazine, and he ended up getting real diamonds. He stopped wearing them black Air Force Ones. Boy, I can't. That's how I knew he was down bad. He had the black Air Forces, and he finally got a pair of whites, and he's doing what he do. What did y'all think about this storyline?
Go ahead, man.
Okay. I thought, again, real, little young punk. One of his friends, he sees him getting money, and he's like, put me on, especially as a kid who working at his family janitorial service with his brother and his uncle, just kind of not seeing a future. He's not great in school. He probably just feels like he's floating along and this is what he's going to be doing forever. So yeah, he want to make some money. Put me on, start selling weed. I know plenty of dudes who sold weed in high school. Just, it wasn't ever anything this serious from what I could see, And that's the thing about the movies, especially teen movies. Don't make it like he was selling crack, but he was selling weed, but whatever. And I'm not gonna say I'm an expert in the area, but it seemed like something that would happen. You meet a dope boy who lives in your hood, give you a little bit of something to sell, get you started, and it's just like, okay. But you got a big brother like Rashad who is not about that at all. He wants you to be on the straight and narrow, and he's not really scared of Marcus the way everybody else is. So it creates a nice little conflict for the story. That's all I got.
Ash.
So the storyline you're saying, as far as just him getting into the drug game?
The whole thing, like the whole dealings with Marcus, the ant kind of arc storyline. You know what I mean? Like as far as selling dope, not being able to come back with the bag and recruit. Marcus hunting him down. Him getting jumped by the dope boys at night. You know what I mean? All that.
Yeah, the white tees out there was crazy.
I know.
The matching fit is nuts, but that first night he had the black one on. Did he switch to the white?
Yeah,
that's crazy to all be in the same section. But again, I'm not an expert in that field, in that area as well. So I don't think I knew anyone personally was selling weed in high school, but I'm sure it exists. And it is always someone that's on the outskirts, like, oh, you got a friend that got somebody that's older, like go to even another school or just some type of connect that you get pulled into and kind of just start seeing what it's about. He was keeping it in his locker at school, which was crazy. And then that dude with the fro, that narc, he called him a narc the first time he came around. Talking about, heard you got that fire. Like,
bro, you holding or what?
Yeah, he like told, like, wait, I'm saying, he just was looking at him like, nah.
I got something to say about that later on too.
Then he came back with another friend and then then this time around Ant's like, all right, I got what you need. Next thing you know, the dogs is out. So it's just like, but that part is kind of like, oh, like that dude went to the school, right? He said he'd been gone for 4 weeks and he had mono, but like, so what you do? You went to the principal and told that he was selling weed? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? This looked like a whole investigation type thing. Like, you wired up. Like, this is high school, so I'm just like, the way that it was, the way that it was set up is like, oh, you gonna go in here, bro? I don't know.
Again, I'm trying to use my my investigative skills. And I'm like, okay, maybe he got caught with something. Maybe he went to juvie or whatever. I don't know. I honestly can't say. like why he would be like a school informant on like get somebody else caught with some drugs. I don't know.
Yeah,
that part's a little fuzzy to me, but yeah.
It is fuzzy. What about you, Jay Boogie? What do you have to say as far as like Ant's storyline with like the selling drugs and his inner encounters with Marcus? You know what I mean? And like even like it got down bad. I know you said you didn't buy into Big Boy as Marcus. You know.
I feel like, like people like him always try to influence people that's younger because it's easy. It's easy to get people like that. I got people along the way that I used to grow up with who did stuff like that. I feel like he wanted money. He seen what he he was trying to get some cutties. So I need to get some stuff. So you know what? This might be the fastest and the easiest way for me to do it. Yeah. I can't get nothing because my brother be on my ass and my aunt, he ain't going. So I'm about to do what I got to do to get what I want. Yeah. But like, I just didn't like. That's the only thing I don't like about the movie. I don't think that it was the right character for the drug dealing part though. I didn't like it. It was just too goofy for me.
That's to me. That's why I feel like it for me it was the right casting. Because there's an intimidating factor about a person like that. To me, it's this you're smiling like it's all good and it's not, like I will shoot you. Like when we see him beat his cousin down like that, it's like even when he meet Ant for the first time, he telling the story. So then I'm like, I know I didn't give up another key. Then the chick opening the door, like he's like, oh yeah, all right, step back. He's going back into his story, and dudes are not even into what he's talking about, but he has that type of authority where it's like, yeah, sit here and listen to my story, bro. You know what I mean? And so there's just these little nuances, like you smoke. You know what I mean? There's these differences, like even when he pulls up on Ant, when he's like drinking the chocolate milk, and he's like, man, I. Gotcha. It's one of my quotes, but he's like, I ain't seen you in a minute, boy, where you been at? Where you been at? Like, he's like, he's doing the thing where I don't really want to shoot you, but I got to, because he tells him, he's like, you remember what I told you? He's like, yeah. And then he's like scratching his head like, dang, he's buying time because I really don't want to shoot you, but I got to because you owe me bands. So he's like, what I tell you? What tell me what I say? It's grown man business. That's right. He's doing this whole thing because it's like, I really do have to, like, I gotta shoot you for it. So to
principle.
Me,
principality, partner.
Yeah. I don't think you're applying yourself, Smokey. So I just, for me, the Big Boy character, there is this is to me his best acted role, and to me it's just, I don't know, for me it was believable because it requires a certain level of charm, but there is a certain part of, I'm not really a thug, but I'm about my paper, don't play with my paper. And that's what I believed about him playing this character. I love Marcus. Like, it's one of my favorite hood villains, to be honest. Like, I really like Big Boy in this movie.
I liked him as it too, especially the scene where he gets Ant out of jail and he's dropping him off. And he like, both of y'all get in the house before I take off my belt. He started laughing because that's really how it is. A lot of these hood niggas who sell drugs are not huge menacing people. They're really goofy, funny dudes who are just like they're just
entrepreneurs.
Like, yeah, like it's a lot of like I know a few personally. Just some funny hood dudes, and
I know
they, they do what they got to do. But it's just like that's what another thing I love about this movie. I feel like it's just the characters are so realistic, like people you wouldn't know. Like somebody who's like hella unserious, but also at the same time very serious about his money.
Absolutely.
Like he's playing with you because that's his personality, but he's still very serious about his business. But as a person, he's just like a little bit like of a jokester. I love that about his character. That's why I like Marcus, because he's not just some, like, like in You Got Served. Emerald is just
So even
like,
in one of them days, Uncle Jerome in there, he was like mad, like gangster. I was like, hey, Uncle Jerome is wilding in this movie, bro.
Like, do you smile at all? Like, just like an unrealistically menacing, mean,
Debo.
like people don't act like this in real life. People act like Marcus.
Yeah.
I liked him better in Idlewild.
Okay, I'm not mad at that either. Well, Ash, you said you liked him too. What was you gonna say? Speak anything about Marcus, the character Marcus?
Just that I liked him too. I enjoyed his character and his humor. I love a comedic moment in the movie when it's not supposed to be. Yeah, and again, those are the ones you gotta watch. Like, yeah, like, hey, he seems friendly, but don't play with me. Don't play with my bread.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm not saying something is going on,
but if something is going on, I like a charming villain. I'm a big fan of charming villains. Like the ones that can charm you is my favorite villains, because it's like, oh, they really will blow your whole head off clean and smooth right here with a smile on. Like there's definitely, I love a charming. Okay, so that's that. They did a good twist between like, oh, is it gonna be Rashad? Is it gonna be Ant get shot? And we see like how it ends up playing out. So I think our last characters, and then of course at the end we'll kind of just throw in whatever pieces that we got about anything else that we just didn't cover. We got Rashad and Nunu. So I'm gonna throw the ball. Actually, Jay Boogie, I'm gonna throw the ball in your court. What do you want to say about anything you want to talk about as far as Rashad? Anything you want to talk about as far as Nunu, them together, separately, whatever caught your eye, caught your attention in just this movie? What did you feel about it?
Let's talk about Nunu.
Okay.
I felt like she had all the fashion that every black person had wanted. Even with us being nostalgic, we going back to the 80s and 90s, big gold earrings. She had that. She had that. She had that. She had everybody. Sure. She definitely had everything that all the females that I knew who wanted.
Absolutely.
I feel like she was low key getting hated on.
Of course.
But and I kind of go back to old dude. I feel like I understand why he felt the way he did, because it was something about her he didn't like. He just didn't understand. He ain't understood it.
She was pouring it on a little thick.
Huh?
She was pouring it on a little thick, like the ghetto. You want to be ghetto so bad, like she was pouring it on thick, and I think that's why he was definitely looking at her like that. Like
she played the part.
She did.
What y'all think?
That's an interesting thing. Now that you say that, she played the part.
She played the part. I mean, she didn't forget for where she came from. I mean, she
ain't familiar with it for real.
Father, she ain't like the position. She liked her position, but she didn't fit in with those kids that her father wanted her to be around. And I understood that from that point, just thinking about it, man.
Absolutely.
Me growing up, of course, us being his parents, no, we don't want our kids hanging around with those kind of badass kids. No, we don't. However, I mean, kids is gonna still be kids and still hang around who they want to hang with.
Yeah. That's true.
Hell, I did it. I was supposed to hang with dude down the street, but as soon as my mama went to work, let me go to your house and play the game. I did that.
Yeah. You gonna be friends with? You gonna be friends with? Yeah, go ahead. Whoever.
Well, I was saying the irony of Esquire and Nunu is hilarious to me because again, he's the kettle calling the bro. Like, okay, she's wealthy, well off, right? But she's trying to fit in with, and then he's pretending to have these like wealthy connections so he can like move up, and it's just they're both pretty much like you're living double lives. Like, I mean, I think Esquire, who he is was the same as far as like he always is. Obviously, I see he goes to a different school and he's trying to go to college, and so this is who he is. But like when you get around to the country club, you know what I'm saying? Like And then when your friends from the hood come pick you up, they talking to the girl, like, yeah, it just goes back to like you're just embarrassed, but it's like this is what it is. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are my friends, and this is who you grew up with, or the ones you met in high school, whatever. Like, this me. I don't care where we at. Like, this is who I am. Like, and we're picking you up, like bro said earlier. But so I think that that irony between the two characters, how they did that was pretty
perfect.
But dang, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Nunu, Ghetto, being her finally. I mean, maybe being exposed.
Yeah, I guess my question and wondering is like, how did she end up meeting the twins? Like, you know what I mean? Was this a situation where she was living over there and then moved away? Because it seemed like she was always, like, by the time she was born or whatever, like, Pops was already up. So I'm just wondering how she even found her way over to this side of town where she ended up becoming friends with the twins, and like she knew a lot was going on, Big Booty Judy's party. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did she even get engulfed into all of that over there?
She probably had those friends. She did grow up in the hood. She did say that though, and maybe.
Well, she didn't grow up in the hood. She didn't grow
I could have sworn he had sex.
Her dad did.
Her dad did, and Esquire made a point to say like maybe you should introduce her a little bit more of where you came from. Like that was a great little adage because at that, I would say like the mall. I'm assuming the mall because when the twins told her like, oh, you know, basically mom caught her stealing, like she figured out that we've been stealing at the mall. My guess is that she might have been at the mall trying to find some drip that fits what she thinks the hood wears. I rock the new shit. You know what I mean? I think that they probably met at the mall. That's my theory. Like she met him at the mall. They're like, oh girl, like, you know, I got you, girl. Nah, it's good. And then from that point on, they was kind of locked in, and she, you know, riding the bus, pulling up, like, cause there was a note at the Waffle House where they was like, you notice every time we out, that's when she pulls up. We never seen, you know what school she go to? Like that was a note in a very early part of the movie, and then it came up again when Rashad said it. So yeah. What was you gonna say, Mia, about Nunu?
I was gonna say, yeah, I think that they probably met at the mall or something like that. You know, that's the only thing that makes the most sense is would have met at the mall, and she just started hanging with him. And I've known girls like the child. Do I ever know girls like this who live in what? If you're familiar with the Cincinnati area, girls who live in Westchester but hang in. Listen, I know them. It's a lot of new news in but
she's like a standard boy.
Now it's not necessarily a thing anymore. Nobody cares, but it's a lot of that going on. But I think the thing about Nunu that just frustrated me so much is like, and I have to remind myself that these are teenagers. They're kids. They're not adults. So she probably wanted to fit in a way where nobody's asking her for anything. Like like her dad said, like he thinks someone's always trying to get something from her, and she probably just wanted to be treated the same as everybody else. And yeah, she probably was really curious. She probably felt like she was in a white world. She wasn't around kids who looked like her. She wants to feel that sense of community with other Black kids. She wants to know where she comes from, where her dad comes from. And he's like, they're trying to keep her away from that, which I've seen is not a good idea. You gotta, you know, kids have to
awareness.
Give her a little Jack and Jill or something. She got to be around other Black people, but she wasn't. And we
shout out to losing Isaiah.
Okay, not the little orange puppet. She got to be around some actual Black people, and I think that her dad made it out the hood and started turning his nose up at, you know,
real niggas.
Which is a real trope, which is a real thing and a real trope.
And that's why it took for Esquire to, you know, see how he really felt when he found out where he was from, for him to be like, you know what, this isn't cool. Like, you're from here too, and this is how, and now you're judging me from being from the same place that you're from. And maybe you need to teach your daughter more about where you're from, and maybe she wouldn't feel like she had to sneak off to the hood, you know.
So you know what? Maybe it was more. Well, I was gonna say, it's probably still more of the new pulling up on Rashad that changed his mind. But I almost was like, maybe he looked at Garnett and seen like, if I keep going at this rate, this is who I'm gonna turn into. But at that point, he was already convicted in his heart to bring the letter back. You know, I think that probably made him double down on like, nah, if this is, you know, bro, that don't make me no different. Yeah. Shout out to Allen Iverson. I'm just like you. I'm just like you. I'm just like you. Like there's y'all go check out that. There's this moment, like this is a great interview with Allen Iverson doing it, talking to like white reporters and stuff. I'm just like you. Like I feel things. I got kids. I'm just like you. Like anyway.
But
but go ahead.
I think that she was a kid. Again, these are teenagers we're talking about. She wants to go to Spelman. Her parents want her to go to Brenton. You know, she is kind of sick of having to fit into whatever box her parents are putting her in, and she feels stifled. But, you know, I wish I could say that she didn't have to lie. She could have just been honest about who she was. But then again, I guess I don't necessarily. I understand why she did, because she wanted.
Because he wasn't gonna mess with her.
Mm-hmm.
Right. She didn't want to be the outside girl from, you know, the millionaire's daughter. She wanted to be like everybody else, and they would have treated her differently if they knew who she really was. And you can't say that they wouldn't have, because they would have.
They would have. For
she
sure.
probably knew that and didn't want to, you know, to be treated differently.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you're right. Like they definitely would have treated her differently. Like she wouldn't have, you know, definitely wouldn't have got with somebody like Rashad. Speaking of Rashad, let's get into him as we kind of close and get into the rest of because we could talk about this movie for a whole nother hour, honestly. Mm-hmm. So it's just got a lot of layers to it. That this movie shouldn't have this many layers, but it does. Let's get into Rashad as we close. So you know, Rashad is an artist. Rashad is you know, he's kind of a young man amongst boys, and how he navigates everything from his brother to his friend group to how he even looks at his uncle, and you know, just how he in his relationship with Nunu. You know, everything is going good. She's supporting him. They finally stopped playing the like cute little game of like waving at each other, at pulling up. She pull up at the pool. They're at the Waffle House. He waving. His boys is clowning him for like, why you speaking to her there? Why you doing, you know, that just that classic thing we do, pick on each other, boys, pick on our girls, whatever. Like, and you know, he was trying to fight the dope dealer, Marcus. You know what I mean? He fought his brother. Man, go in your room. Man, you heard what I said. Like, you know, giving him the business. Like, I ain't playing with you, bro. I ain't playing, nigga. Like, and you know, so what do y'all want to say about the Rashad character all through and through? I mean, we know T.I. did an excellent job for his debut, but what do y'all want to say about the Rashad character before we get into our next segment of this review? I throw it in your court first, J Boogie, and then Ash, you come following after that.
I just feel like he was, even though he was getting taken care of by his uncle, he still was in that survival mode, like he had to take care of his brother, because his uncle was never there, only in the morning time. I mean, his character, I mean, played a lot of roles in black communities and their lives as today. I mean, we got a hard-headed ass brother don't want to listen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, his character. I mean,
what about his relationship with Nunu? Just getting all that in what you felt.
I feel like she was opening up his Pandora's box in his world, but he didn't know everything about her. And I felt like that's why he was like, man, I really don't want to fuck with you no more.
Yeah.
Like after just thinking about it, it's like I understand why he felt the way he did, like portrayed, even though she didn't want to come off as this snotty black kid, get anything that she wants to.
Mm-hmm.
This is the realest nigga I ever been around.
Yeah.
True story, because my dad don't want me to be hang around these people, but like he's one of the
I'll
realest
let you
people
see
that
my
I've been around.
drawings, bro.
Huh?
I'll let you see my drawings.
Yeah.
That's personal. That's he's an artist and he's sensitive about his shit.
And yeah, so like as it went on, I felt like he was getting that sensitive side that ain't nobody ain't seen.
Mm-hmm.
Now she got me looking like a sucker.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's it's still relevant today. I mean, we got. I just feel like people lie about who they say they is all the time.
That's online dating.
Yeah, everyday Tinder profile.
Yeah, that's. Oh man, Ash, what do you say about the Rashad character?
I like Rashad a lot. Very mature. I mean, you could tell that he was guarded, more quiet, reserved. I feel like he was an observer. Like he likes to scan the room and just kind of feel the vibes. And I think his relationship with Nunu was starting to open him up a little more, become a little more vulnerable. But I do think he was heavily guarded. And so I think that's why when he found out she lied, it was more than just her lying. Like to him, it probably was like you kind of mocking his reality. You know what I'm saying? Like he out here working hard. You know, I'm going to school trying to finish senior year. I'm struggling every day. And you out here pretending to be a part of this world for like fun or just to, you know what I'm saying? Like this is real life shit. Like it's hard over here. I don't want to have to do these things. I'm a senior and I'm working the family business. And luckily he's getting money saving up, but like, I don't want to have to do this. You know what I mean? So I think that was more so the betrayal, was just like, you out here playing and I'm really living this life. And I felt like you're not clocking it. You know what I'm saying? You're not clocking that I'm standing up business. Shout out to Justin Bieber. But going viral. Yeah, so I feel like that was what hurt him the most. And I mean, even her, like she didn't tell anybody, like even the twins that you hang out with, I'm sure they didn't even know that you're really privileged. You know what I'm saying? So she was keeping that to herself as well. Like, and after she got caught by Esquire, like I know she was about to tell Rashad at the skating ring. He was like, "It's bad. I don't even want to hear it." Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I know that was a moment where she was gonna tell him. Like, even earlier when he was like, "You can tell me anything," you know, I felt like she could have told him sooner, just because he created a safe space to me, like where she should just tell him. You know what I mean?
Those personal ride homes are the moment.
Absolutely. And the love scenes, talk about those. You know, the first kiss, I mean, definitely was steamy.
Okay.
You know, yeah, had the Aaliyah in the background. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. The great.
Yeah, they was getting to it. You know, she lifted up the beater, you know, playing with the boxer line. You know, it was just, you know how it goes. But yeah, I like them together. T.I.'s cute. He was real skinny though, a little too skinny for me, but
but
yeah.
You felt it. You was feeling it.
Yeah, I was feeling
it. All right. Mia G, what you got to say about the Rashad character before we get out of here?
Oh man, such a complex character. I really love the way that he played it. It was like he's mature, but he's still a teenager. He's got such a sense of responsibility already. And he comes in with that, and you automatically see he don't really play, but he's still a kid in a way. Like he's guarded, like Ash said. And you know that because he lost his parents and he has all this responsibility, that he has like walls up, and once they go up, it's really hard to get them to come back down. Like
For
he
sure.
has friends that have broken through though. And you see that even because he got little Tanya chasing him around the school, chasing him around Cascades, like just thirsty as hell,
Mhm.
not taking no for an answer. And you kind of get the sense that she was his ex-girlfriend and she must have did or said something foul because he was not messing with her no more. And I mean, when it comes to standing on business as a senior in high school, Rashad was standing on business because there's
Absolutely.
a whole lot of little boys where you're like, my mama not home. You want to give me a ride? Yeah, your mama ain't never home.
Your mama ain't never
Take care
home.
though. Like he was not going.
Yeah.
And I really feel like he just had he was very protective of his circle, which is why I think again, Nunu hurt his feelings so bad because not only are you not who you said you were, you're not who I thought you were, but I don't even let people in my inner circle or my heart like that. And I let you in and it turns out you're not even who I thought you were. And again, I do feel like she had multiple opportunities to tell him the truth. After you've gotten to know him, he's gotten to know you. You know he likes you. You know you like him. It's not like you telling him, you know, you're under investigation for murder. You telling him you got some money. I feel like the conversation would have gone a lot easier. I think the anticipation of the conversation, and this is the case with a lot in real life, the anticipation of the conversation is worse than what the conversation will actually
For
be
sure.
like.
Always. Always.
So she probably was expecting a certain reaction out of him, but if she would have just said, hey,
Mhm.
you know, the reason why I get dropped off at the bus stop is because I live all the way on the other side of town. My parents have money. I don't really get to hang with black kids where I live and I just want to be around, you know, some real people. He probably would have understood if you would have told him, but again, you get so far out and that moment where she was gonna tell him, he kind of was like, nah, I don't want to hear anything bad. And she probably just never found another opportunity
Before she got caught.
between then and when she got caught up.
Yeah.
But I will say that scene when she pulled up to his house with her little cargos on, her little silk press, that was so real to me because
It
like
was.
the look in his face and the look in her face when they're having that conversation, it just reminded me of being a teenager
Mhm.
and getting your feelings hurt for the first time.
Mhm.
And you realize, like, oh, he really not fucking with me no more.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
no,
Say you
because
still care.
like, wait,
I don't.
you're really,
I
oh
don't.
wow,
I
you're
don't.
really breaking up with me.
I don't.
What?
Like
And when
yeah.
he snatched her chain, like you probably got to laugh at a real like because to him, he spent his hard-earned
And
money
his money he
on
been
that
holding back
chain.
for an ant, you know what I mean? Like
Nigga.
I'm
He
creeping in the ant fund, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like thinking he was doing something, and then to find out this little trinket you bought her probably she has things worth, 10,
Yeah,
100 times that, and it probably really hurt his pride
for
too.
sure.
And all
And
of that, it hurt his pride with to the point where now he mad at everybody. Like I
yeah,
don't want to fuck with nobody because you betrayed me. Now I don't trust anybody, and I just want all of y'all to get out of my face. Like you,
for sure.
Esquire, everybody. And then
Yeah.
one last thing I'll say about Rashad, and it goes back to the Uncle George conversation where I was saying that I had a little bit of a different feeling. And I'll say this. Now, I understood Rashad was really angry and everything that he was going through, but I do think it was kind of sideways the way he came at Uncle George, basically telling him, like,
He was,
we took you in as my daddy house. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Uncle George, not the most responsible, not a father figure, but being a grown man who's lived your life single and childless all of your life and then having to take in two teenagers can't be an easy task. And I do believe that he was doing what he had to do. They were taken care of, they were working, they were going to school. And I think maybe Uncle George needed that wake up call in that conversation, but at the same time, I think there was a lack of understanding for what all of this did to derail his life. Like, yeah, you lost your parents, but I lost my sister and now I have 2 kids. I ain't want no kids. I was a single man out here living my life. And now I have this responsibility, and give me a little credit for that. And so I, as an adult now, I look at it and I'm like, yeah, that would be tough for.
I want to say that. Oh, that's hard to pill to swallow, man. Kids don't need to be hearing that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, but for the sake of time, y'all, we're gonna keep it pressing, keep it moving, because we still got other things to get to.
Yeah. But that was the last thing I wanted to say. I felt like he was tripping a little bit, but I understood he was a teenager. He was angry. That's how.
Yeah, and he lost his parents. Like, that's a given. Like, I'm angry at the world for it, but I'm staying positive. I love the Rashad character. I think I've said everything, so I'll just leave it on the floor like that. Character you relate to or identify with the most. For me, I'll start. I'll just say it's definitely Rashad. Yeah, Rashad hold a lot in, very observant. Yeah, a lot of things about Rashad I definitely connect with, not just because he's the main character, but it's just very similar in how I felt, and I was also into art. You know what I mean? I took that all the way to college as a graphic designer, all that other stuff. So definitely Rashad is the character that I relate to or identify with the most. Jay Boogie.
It's a mixture. My personality is like what's the dude name with the golds in his mouth?
Teddy.
My personality is Teddy.
Okay.
But like everything that I have in my life, I had to hustle for. So I'm Esquire.
Okay.
But I'm not fake with it though. I'm not his character, but I work hard for
his
it.
work ethic though.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Ash.
Oh, now it makes sense why you was advocating for your boy, huh? Okay. I'm going Rashad as well. So I'm pretty reserved. It takes a minute for me to warm up, and once I, get a vibe for you and start opening up. And I was pretty mature early on as well, so I can relate as far as being like responsible and being very disciplined in certain aspects of my life. So, going Rashad.
Mia.
I got a mix too. I got kind of a combination. So one will be Nunu, and the other is Brooklyn. So I said Nunu just because, like, when I was in the 9th grade, like, I lived in LA, but I went to like a hood high school. But I didn't live in the hood like the rest of the kids who went there. Like, I only went there because my aunt, who I was living with, was a counselor at the school. And so I had to try and make myself fit in with these kids from Inglewood, even though like I'm not from Inglewood. I don't live in Inglewood, but I'm still trying to like immerse myself in their, world. Now they all knew who I was. I wasn't like faking the funk necessarily, but I had to like acclimate myself to this. And same when I went to college, the first year when I went to Florida, being completely out of my element. And so I say, same reason why I picked Brooklyn is because when I was at LA, the same way he was calling them country, everybody was calling me country because in LA is completely different than here. So I just felt like I know what it feels like to be kind of out of place and be like, trying to get used to being around a certain demographic where everybody kind of knows each other and knows the way and you don't. So that's why.
All right. Ash, favorite song in the movie?
Oh, I didn't put anything. I thought we were taking that out.
Oh, I guess we're back and forth about it. If you, yeah,
I can remember.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Mia, you too? You like that too? Because
you said we were axing it.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll ax it. Lines that deserve to be slime. We'll go back to you, Ash, then.
The 7.
Oh, you're right. I always skip right past it. Oh, get the step in character you could do without, or that you felt the movie didn't need.
Who's it on?
Ash.
Oh, Mr. Garnett. I mean, I think we needed him, but like he can get the stepping though, because I didn't like how he was acting like he didn't come from around the way. Like Mia said, once you got some bread, you just put your nose all the way in the air. And I understand wanting more for your children, but like don't shield them from where you came from. Let them know your journey. It just shows your hard work and dedication to be in a better position, not just like shun it and look at people side-eyed that are still in that environment. So yeah, he gotta go.
J Boogie.
Goofy dude with the cast.
Brooklyn?
You talking Brooklyn?
Yeah, I feel like he ain't fit in none. I felt like he ain't fit in none. He was just the extra person in the room.
I'm not mad at it. It felt like they just brought him in to have the Atlanta versus New York thing conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. He didn't fit in.
But I liked him though. That's the issue. I liked him.
He had some funny part, but it was forced.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
Mia G.
I said Tanya.
Who's Tanya? The ex?
Yeah, the ex-girlfriend. I feel like
Me
she
too.
was there because just to have this pretty girl in the movie, because I think Eckert and T.I. like knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just kind of made a role for her. Of course, I don't know that to be true. But I don't think her character added anything to the story other than just, seeing that Rashad knew how to stand on business. But other than that, it just, she was just kind of there.
If I had to choose, I really didn't have anybody, but I had to choose, it'd probably be her. But maybe they're just utilizing to say that like Rashad might be from the hood or whatever, and may not have necessarily the most money working the janitorial service, but it's like he definitely get them. So it's not far-fetched for him to pull a new when you look at what his ex is. Maybe that's what they're going for. But if I had to choose, it'd be her. Like we don't really need it. We could have just stayed focused in on like this new and Rashad tension. So, okay. Now we're good. All right. Lines that deserve to be slimed. There's gonna probably be I ain't gonna say it's gonna be a lot for y'all. It's definitely gonna be a lot for me though. So I'll let y'all go first because y'all probably gonna cover a lot of what I got. So Boog, any lines or quotes that stood out?
The first one coming to mind, got some Cuddy last night.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Noonies.
Okay. Anything else you got?
No, stuck out. I don't know.
All right, that's fine. Ash.
I got quite a few. AC is for honor classes. Were you in honor classes? Because you ain't got no AC either. Ain't nothing wrong with these wheels. You can't see. Man, your mama ain't never home. You ain't got to be a dope boy to have money. Give me one good reason. I'll give you two. That was smooth.
Yeah, well, that was.
That's why you need to be in class, them 28s, where your roulette.
Mm-hmm.
It's artistic expression, and I'm sensitive about my shit. And you got a Picasso in your house. That's it.
Damn. Yeah. That's probably it.
Yeah, that's good. You actually took some left field ones too. I like that. The lefty on the lefty, you know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
Yeah. Mig G.
She actually had a few of mine, so I'll just say the ones that I had that Ash didn't say. I had dreaming is the luxury of children.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. A quick pumper.
Pop, pop, pop.
You ain't gotta be a dope boy to have money. Did you say that? Because
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. And I said, I know what he wanted from you. It wasn't them big ass earrings.
Hey, that's what a real black dad came out right there, boy.
And I had another one, but I forgot to write it down, and I can't remember what it was.
I got a couple of them that y'all have, and I got a few different
Wait.
ones. Okay.
Oh no, you probably gonna say it, so you go ahead.
I got the Dreaming is a Luxury for Children. Was honors class, the one Ash had. I got one from Teddy. Hell wrong with you, Tiger Hood, Black Nicholas. It was so random. Like I know that was improv. I call you son because you shine like one. That's real sentimental. Thanks.
Grease, always keep the baby greased up.
Yeah, look. Tell her to come in and check with daddy. I need my money on time. Ain't nothing wrong with these wheels. Yeah, that part. Let me see. But that way, then that's why you need. Be that way, then. That's why you need a timing. That's why you need a timing belt, bitch.
Crazy.
It was Wally. He talking to a grown woman. That's why you need a timing belt, bitch. Oh, you ain't gotta hide nothing from me. I ain't Donald Trump. Crazy line in this movie. Them 28s where you rule at for real? Nah, for play. You know this grown man business, right? I'm saying though, I don't see how the Great Wall of China is supposed to help me clean the floors at Value Village. Ant line, got some cutty last night. Hey, be clear, this is my daddy house. I've been running things out 15. You just been getting over. We said that so many times.
Yes.
I ain't heard from you in a while, boy. Where you been? Two more. Shake it like a stripper, boy. Tighten up. I'm so disappointed in you in this evening. And my last one. Oh shit, that was so disrespectful. Slap me in the face with some goddamn money. Like that line, we said that so much. That was so disrespectful.
He said that's so good. He was like, the money in my face.
Yeah, he was so like, I loved him, man. He was the elegant dope boy, man.
That was a good one.
You did say my one. You shaking like a stripper. Tighten up.
Tighten up, boy. All right. Let's see. Ash, we'll go on your court first. Things you would change about the movie or what they didn't get right.
Two things. Brooklyn, him being in the cast the whole time till the end, it was bugging me. He almost made it to the other spot, like Jay Boogie said, like he dang near was gonna be out of there. Cause him and his cast, it's too much. And I don't know if I didn't like the narration going on at the hospital. Like I don't know if I didn't like that part or I didn't like the narrator. Like the dude you said, Ruby or whatever his name is.
Big Rube.
It didn't click to me. Like maybe it was him or maybe it was a placement thing. I don't know.
It's something.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I get you.
Something about you, you know what I'm saying?
Mig G.
Okay. So I said first, it just bugged me that Rashad never knew Nunu's name was Aaron until she got caught up. Like you ain't even y'all didn't even.
That's probably an Atlanta thing.
That's
though.
Great.
That might be an Atlanta thing.
Like Aaron
nicknames.
Like I get having nicknames. I know, but once you get so far in with somebody, at least they should know your name. That kind of bugged me.
Bro, I still don't know Spike Lee name.
But you ain't.
I thought it was really Spike.
You and Spike.
Like Brooklyn, Esquire. That's not their real names.
Yeah, but I'm sure he knows their names.
Maybe.
They go to school together. Like
maybe. I mean, Atlanta, who knows? Atlanta might be different. Like your nickname is your name. Like I don't know your real name. I don't know your government.
That's facts.
It could be.
Now, as a girl, that's all fine and dandy. But if I'm giving you some cutty, you gonna know my first name.
I feel that though. You right.
That's just all that extra stuff.
I'm with you when you're right. You're right about that. You gonna know this name.
You should have known her name. And then I said it was kind of weird to me that Ant didn't get expelled after they found drugs in his locker.
Okay. Bug. Things that you would change about the movie or what you think they didn't get right.
I felt like this should have been like a skating competition at Cascade, man, where they all was in there.
So you feel like they should have went through it instead of them not making it?
I feel like they should have.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like that opened up I feel like that opened up so many different possibilities where the movie could have been at.
Yeah.
I felt like they could have said so much about, showing where they really came from. What was their life like with their parents?
Oh, okay. Oh, right. 'Cause,
Yeah. I wanted to see what the uncle was doing before he ended up with the kids. It could have been so many different scenarios. So like, I feel like that should have been, that would have been a game changer for me.
That was a good point. I think they could take something like this because you can't make these characters younger again. But I think I would like this as like a novel. Like we turn this into like, ATL novel series where it's like we don't need physical people. We just now need the story. So we actually are going backwards, like you said, what it was like when Ant was born and Rashad and when the parents are around, all that. Like get some of that. Yeah, that would be great. I like that. You spawn a whole nother concept. For me, I got three things. When Ant was getting some cutty, the girl sounded so generic. That tickles. That's my belly button. You're getting closer. That's stronger, baby. Bro, what is this?
How old? But you gotta understand. Well, how old was she though?
Nah, bro, it didn't even sound natural. That's what I'm saying. It sounded like a straight AI generated.
It's his first time getting some butt.
That has nothing to do with how she sounded. Like what?
She sounded like GTA.
That's what I'm saying. She had the square hands, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
These are kids. You gotta remember they are kids.
Bro. She. What I'm trying to tell you is, it not as like this is new and she's nervous because she's a kid. It didn't sound like a person, is what I'm telling you. It sounded like Futurama robot.
Hey, but real niggas don't even care. I'm just saying. I'm saying I'm still gonna get some butt. I'm gonna still smash.
I'm with you. I ain't saying that matters. I'm saying
as
far as what the film didn't get right.
People think.
No, I know, but I'm saying as far as the movie goes, what they didn't get right. That part, it was like really inauthentic. It definitely sounded like somebody came in and did the voiceover for the chick. It didn't even match her voice. Like, so I was like, yeah. Then watching this now, like I said, I think Jackie Long probably played too good because he was like a hater the whole time. And I was like, I don't know if he was supposed to be somebody we was slightly rooting for, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know if they were trying to make us root for him more or not. I don't know if it's something they didn't get right or I was just kind of confused a little bit. And lastly, all of the dope boys were on the corner with Ant and all wearing white tees. Could you be more obvious? Like, I mean, this just seems off to me. T.I. being a former dope boy, I don't know why he greenlit this part. It's like all of y'all on the corner. It's nighttime. Y'all got white tees on. Like, could you be more obvious? Like, y'all not the franchise boys, bro. Y'all ain't practicing dance routine. You D4L out here. Like, it just felt like off. It felt like kind of like, okay, we're at the end of the movie. We need to kind of wrap this up. We're trying to build towards a climactic ending, and they kind of shortchanged that part. Like, that don't make no sense. All y'all in white tees. Come on.
Hey, that was a thing, though. That was Atlanta had put everybody on the map.
All of y'all.
Everybody was wearing tall tees. If you wasn't wearing no tall tees, you wasn't dressed right.
You're right, but you're dope boys. You're selling illegal narcotics. You know what I mean? On the corner at night, and y'all all have a uniform on. You're not out there doing anything else. Nobody else and then they didn't even have traffic out there like that. That's why I was like, okay, you can tell where the budget started to dry up a little bit. But whatever. Lastly, before we get out of here, I'm gonna throw the ball back in your court, actually, Bug. More of the story, in your opinion. You want to come back to you?
Yes.
All right, Mia G.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even have one.
That's honest. That's real. That's real, unlike Nunu. Ash.
I'd say your choices shape your future.
You say what?
Your choices shape your future.
Okay. For me, be open to second chances or more chances rather than whether you're on either side of the coin. You know, we live in a time now where people constantly have relationships where it's one and done. You did this, it's over. But if and Uncle George said something, it's like, I just want to make sure that this is not just because you feel one way versus like kind of like you can just move on. And like that really resonated. That's probably the best advice he gave him and probably will ever give him for the rest of his life, was that moment where it's like, I get you feel a certain way about Shawty. I get you feel a certain way about Esquire, but it's like, this is how you feel now. And him being a mature person as he is, understand, like, give him another chance. Like, now that she's exposed herself, she came back to you as a woman and she said that chain meant something to me. You know what I mean? And she really cared. And she showed up at a time of need, you know, at the hospital, you know, when your brother got shot, and all that went out the window. And that was just a great cinematic moment as far as scene goes. But yeah, so be open to second chances. Like, you just never know with an individual. There's a lot of potential is always around the corner if you open to giving somebody another chance. So that's the moral of the story, in my opinion. Book.
Moral of the story: don't fake it, man. So you don't gotta fit in. Just be yourself. If the people are gonna mess with you, regardless if you who you are, truly.
Mm-hmm.
Stick to yourself.
Know yourself, know your
Be
worth.
yourself.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, J Boog, my man J Boogie, thank you for being a guest on today's podcast, man. We'll surely have you back. I know you'll have some more fun on the next film, whenever that is. Shout out to all of our guests. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all. This is the segment where we get y'all prepared for what our next week's episode will be. So without further ado, we are going into our TGIF, because I know that we do this every month after each of us do a movie around the rotation. We go into our TGIF concept, our theme. So we have decided as a collective to pick 5 television scenes that made us cry. And I'm just going to throw this in as a caveat, or like took us there emotionally. Like, we're talking 5 scenes apiece. So all 3 of us will be talking about those scenes to give y'all a head start. If y'all want to submit some of y'all scenes that got y'all like teary-eyed, thug tear, emotional, all the way up there, y'all know y'all can go ahead and get it started. So next week, on the next episode rather, it'll be dropping Friday, and that's what we will be discussing for our TGIF episode. Again, thank you, J Boogie, for jumping in here with us, man.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Yeah, we had a good time with it, man, and we're gonna have a good time even more. Ladies, wonderful job as always. I see y'all in the chat. Listeners, thank y'all for tuning in. It's Street Lights is coming on, as y'all can obviously see, so we got to get in the house before we get in trouble. You feel me? Nobody wants to get in trouble in the summertime. Appreciate y'all listening. Peace out.